Do you have your sweet treat ready? Okay, you know the drill. Camera eats first. I brought my SD card reader, so no need to go through the stress of a shared albums and other nonsense. I'm so glad our schedules had a window for us to meet up. Different phases in life, conflicting commitments, last minute rain checks. Adulting is so great, isn't it? Oh, honey, I know. We at least get to yap and vent in front of a beautiful view. This is the go-to spot for hangouts. I'm just glad everyone who knows of it has been respectful enough to not share it on socials. Just word of mouth, as it should be. Since I paid for tonight's sweet guilty pleasures, how about you go first in sharing what's going on? You sounded really wound up over the phone, and I want to make sure you have all the time you need. Let go of whatever's got you holding your breath for. I am so sorry you're carrying all of that. It must be hard going about your day with all these worries lingering in your mind. Thank you for trusting me with this, though. Knowing you, I can make a pretty good guess it took a lot of tearing down walls and rehearsing what to say before getting here. Hey, I'm just saying. I know how difficult it is to take the mask off and be honest. Like you said many times, being vulnerable is easier said than done. I am proud of you for reaching out. I know we have been talking a lot about toughing it out versus asking for help. We've been practicing how to argue against that reoccurring thought about being a burden to others. I see that you're stronger now. You are more courageous than you give yourself credit for. I know it's hard to agree right now, but I hope you see that for yourself real soon, because it's true. You put in the work many are still working up the courage to start. You show up every day despite wanting to give up on everything and hide. You attend therapy and advocate for yourself when finding the right meds for you. I've even noticed the plans and goals you started making again. A little something to look forward to. Giving yourself something to be excited about. It's subtle. A few questions here and there about a dish or hobby you haven't tried. Bookmarks of places you want to visit. People you want to check in with. It makes me so happy seeing light behind your eyes again. It flickers every now and then, but I just know it's still there. What is? Your spark, silly. In those moments when nothing is wrong, but something feels wrong. Times when you don't feel like yourself. Feeling out of character. The shell of your former self. I see you allowing yourself to be proud of your own progress. Putting yourself out there even when you don't feel ready to. You're able to give yourself the reassurance you always sought from me back then. That's huge, my love. So, whenever you start to feel numb and go quiet, I get really worried about you. You start to skip meals, sleep the day away, self-isolate, or not even make a single sound at times when we're together. In times like these, little do we know how many people are actually picking up what we're picking down. Yeah. So cheesy. I knew that would crack a smile, though. It's hard to see this side of you, knowing how giddy you get at the mention of eating out or grabbing drinks. Or how laser focused you get when you finally figure out something for our project. I care for all you are. Heavy past and promising a future along with it. But most importantly, loving you where you're at has honestly been one of the most fulfilling experiences. Why? It's because the vulnerability you entrusted me with is such a privilege to help carry. I get to witness a legend in the making in real time. Beautiful flaws and all. Who wouldn't feel proud playing a role in that? I see when adversity knocks you down, and every moment you choose to keep going despite it all. You start to eat a little more, step outside frequently, and initiate conversations, even if it's just by sending a screenshot of a meme. Then, when you start getting into a rhythm again, you chip away at your to-do list with music blasting in the background like nobody's business. Of course, there's no need to thank me, really. I think it's important to meet people wherever they are and support them from there rather than pushing them to change all the time. Yes, we should challenge ourselves to grow, but we need to grant ourselves grace when we don't have the bandwidth to make any moves. Especially during those times when we need someone to carry us for a little while. We need to appreciate the version of ourselves, paving the way for future us to exist. Constant change can truly be draining. Not to mention the curveballs life throws at us just when we're starting to get back on our feet again. When you find yourself in the thick of any sort of frenzy, I hope you don't forget that you have people in your corner. I for sure am one of them. It might not seem like it, but people defend your name when you're not around. Find all the possible ways to wake you up when you self-sabotage. Save you a seat at tables I know you've been working so hard to be part of. Time and time again, you show you are worth fighting for just by giving your best. In case you haven't noticed, people look at you like you're a sunrise about to start. A warm and soft glow, waiting to bring new life into a space. No matter how far life takes you, or how deep the hole you find yourself in, we're never too far away when you need help. There will always be a space for you to come home to. Oh, my angel, I'm right here. You don't need to put on a brave act when you're with me. Now, in this center console is my finest collection of napkins from the best drive-thrus and cafes I've been to. I would offer some tissues, but I haven't had a chance to restock that since that time I was sick. What? I got sidetracked by some kitten videos while on my grocery run. I meant to open up my list of things to buy when I tapped on the text notification. Anywho, let's wipe those tears away in style. How about a tight embrace before we head out. Let's squeeze out any stress still left in ya. I know you're striving to be better every day. But don't forget, you're loved as you are. Okay? I'm so proud of you.